In this video, we're going to open and navigate the BEEST for Windows interface. When you first open BEEST, it will take you to this splash screen with a big map of the United States in the corner, or in the center. At the top of this map, you're going to see some numbers 10 through 19. Those are the UTM zones across the continental United States. And the first thing you want to do is click on the location of your project. And that will tell BEEST what UTM zone your project is located in. If you're in like in Alaska or something, maybe in zone 9, or if you click in the wrong UTM zone, don't worry about it. We can correct the UTM zone later on. But the first thing you want to do is tell BEEST where your site is located. So say I'm doing a project in Central Texas. I will click on this to put me in UTM zone 14. This will bring us to our main screen, our Show Current Data Graphically screen, which we'll talk about a little bit later in another video. But I will note that at the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, it tells you whatever UTM coordinate your cursor is on at the moment, and then it also tells you the zone, UTM zone. So this will just confirm that at the moment we're telling BEEST that whatever coordinates we're using are in zone 14. Basically, BEEST is set up through a number of file menus at the top. The File, Edit, Pathway, Run, Results, Tools, Windows, and Help menus if you want to get to the places where you enter our source data, or you can run the model, you can run some of our utilities. All of these things can be done through the file menus at the top. Also, we have a list of action items in a row of icons underneath. And I think originally our idea was to make sure that you clicked all of these icons so you could run the model, but sort of as time has evolved, you don't have to actually fill in every icon. But this first one is just to start a new file. This one is to open an existing BEEST file. This is to save your work. BEEST does not have an autosave function at the moment, so you are going to want to hit this button to save, or go to File and Save or Save As, or hit Control-S like any other Microsoft program. There's a print option as well. And then this set of tabs right here is kind of the meat of the model. If you click on this button, it'll bring you to the Control Options tab, Source Options tab, Receptor Options tab, Meteorology. This is for fence lines, buildings, and tanks where you enter that information, and then your output options. So that's pretty much all of the inputs that go into the model. I'm going to skip over a little bit. What we're showing right now, again, is our Show Current Data Graphically screen. And then this button right here is used to run the building preprocessor program BPIP Prime. This building will run we'll turn on our AirMet user interface program if you want to run AirMet to get a model-ready meteorology. This button will execute the AirMap program. This one will link another program that we have called AirMod Wizard. If you have AirMod Wizard installed, it'll call up AirMod Wizard, so you can use that as well. This is to call up and execute the AirMod model directly. This button links you to our cloud server, BEEST Express. If you're interested in doing any of your model runs online, that's what that's for. This is a link to the older building processor program, the old BPIP program, which you really don't want to use unless you are doing this. You're running the old ISC program. You can do that from BEEST 2. I think these days we're using BEEST primarily for AirMod, but it can also be used to produce an ISC ST3 run or an ISC Prime run. And if you're using ISC or ISC Prime, you'll want to use the corresponding BPIP program instead of the new BPIP Prime program. And then this is some of our output options. This is going to show a summary of our output data. This is going to show our output data graphically. And then this is a link to our MaxDcont viewer if you're using a MaxDcont output file for culpability assessment. And so that's most of our icons at the top. So feel free to play around with this. Click on each of the icons to see what they do. But usually when you set up your file, you'll want to go through these, I think 6 icons here: control, sources, receptors, MET, fence lines, buildings, tanks, and outputs. You'll need to get all that stuff together before you run the model, which is over here, AER, to run the model. Okay, more in the next video.